Tonight on Insight, what's rude?
They judge us straight away like bad manners, we're bad people and that already.
I really believe that texting is a coward's form of communication.
They're communicating. They're doing nothing but communicating. They're communicating all the time.
If you get on the phone and talk to someone, it shows you more of a man.
Your teenage years is a time where you can see how much manners you can throw off, and then you put them back on later as you go through life.
And now, the presenter of Insight, Jenny Brockie.
I run a dating agency and I deal with executives and professionals all the time, and they don't text one another. And when I do hear a story that someone has, it's normally that the text message has been misinterpreted and has led to arguments, and then even the ending of that relationship due to leaving out one word. Which made the text message very ambiguous. So I'm very much against texting. I think it's appropriate when you're running 10 minutes late, short messages like that, but pick up the phone, have a communication and avoid any chance that you may misinterpret the meaning.
Trudy, is all this affecting relationships in any different kind of way? I mean, you know, manners change all the time, but is it actually changing relationships?
I think it's actually coming to the point where it's preventing people from actually getting into relationships. The first date situation is an extremely unique one. I mean, it's a situation that is under so much scrutiny that if you don't put your best foot forward on your first date, you're unlikely to have another date. So unless you really know your first date rules, and there are first date rules, do's and don'ts, any website book will tell you that there are ways to behave and things to do and not to do. If you don't behave by those guidelines, you're not going to get a second date.
What are first date rules?
Well, first of all, there are do's, so you have to be very interested in the person that you're talking to. You also need to, do things like don't talk about the ex, don't talk about, complaining of things that had happened that day or whinging, using your date as like a therapist to offload everything that's gone wrong. You need to really...
What do you talk about?